way this week. At last, a bit of change. Whew. Once again, live on tape from a secret, undisclosed location, right here, from the historic bowels of downtown St. John's, Newfoundland, comes in the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, me, Wallace Ryan. So, how's everyone doing this week? Well, I hope. The bit of tea here, first of all, and to let you know that even though I fought well in the election I was running for, I didn't win. As I said in my post, I came, I saw, I got clobbered. But I encourage everyone out there to give it a try, whether it's municipal politics in your hometown, provincial, state, federal, whatever. Give it a try. The more people get out there and put their names out there, the better it is for democracy in general. And it ain't gonna be my last time. Anyway, got some nice books in this week too. I'm going to share them with you as soon as I have another sip of tea. Delish. Well, I'll start with, actually, I'll skip one. Let's skip ahead one. Let's get right to the books, shall we? Another spin of the old spinner rack. And where will it stop? Okay, there. Anyway, we're going to start off with a beauty here from Dark Horse Comics, the world of Black Hammer. I don't know how many of you out there are Black Hammer fans, but I certainly am. I'm a fan of just about every piece of work of Jeff Lemire's. This is with Jeff Lemire, David Rubin, Max Fiumara, Dave Stewart, and Nate Picos. So, I love the series itself. This is sort of a continuation of this series, really, in a lot of ways. Even though a lot of them are sort of like the first one, like Sherlock Frankenstein, Dr. Andromeda. They're sort of, spin-offs in a way. It's still the story of Black Hammer in a lot of ways. So it's pretty cool though. I like it. For those of you who haven't tried out Black Hammer, you're missing something really super cool. Great art, good stories, just highly imaginative. For any of you too who love the superhero genre, this is like a love note to the superhero genre, and definitely worth reading. Let's get a close and look at this baby. Look at that. Ain't that something nice? I'll give you a quick look at some of that beautiful interior artwork there. I love the artwork. I'm still in the middle of reading it, so I'm not going to try not to look down in it and spoil anything for me. But yeah, great artwork. Very, very much fun. Look at this, look at that. Look at this, look at that, looky there. Have a look here. So yeah, definitely well worth picking up. If there's one comic you can read, one series you can pick up and read that's sort of recent, this is it. The world of Black Hammer. Okay, another sip of tea. Now, next up comes from the folks at DC Comics, who really need to up their game when it comes to distribution. I hear that they've given up on one of their distributors, so hopefully pretty soon they'll give up on them all and return to the fold at Diamond and just, take it like they should. Okay, now, they still do good books, we all know that, especially when it comes to absolute editions. And this is what this sucker is. This is Volume 2 of The Absolute Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Boom 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 boom. Of course, beautiful slipcase. Look at the art there. With the talents of Alan Moore, Stephen Bissett, John Tuttlebin, Rick Fitch, and Stan Walk. Now let's just slide this baby out of here. But yeah, I love their slipcases. And it has that smish, that fresh, just slipcased smell to it. Anyway, this is a beauty. I love this here. This I do believe. It doesn't say here. Oh, 3 deluxe hardcovers. I was trying to remember if it was going to be 2 or 3. So anyway, this is number 2, and this has a flat feel. It's too bad you can't feel through the video, but this has sort of a flat feel to it, which is really cool. There's the spine, and the back is just kind of plain. Right, but it does. It's a flat cover to it, and then once you get there and open it up inside, it's just killer artwork. Now I know some people have problems with it being recolored, but as far as I recall, it's been recolored by the original colorist, so a lot of times you're letting someone take another stab at it. This can be pretty good. But yeah, beautifully done. And in terms of writing, one of the best of the Vertigo titles. Right, it's right up there in my mind with Sandman and anything else that good old Alan has done. And like I say, beautiful. Just the presentation here. Oh, let me slip the. Slip the ribbon back in there. Absolutely, wonderful product. I mean, the DC when they do stuff, the production values, for the most part, are off the hook, as they say these days. Like I said, I love that back image there too. Very cool. So definitely, if there's one absolute edition you're going to read this week, make it this one. A beauty. I mean, as a matter of fact, even though I've read the series, the Swamp Thing, the Alan Moore ones, I will, like I did with the other volume, that I will reread them. It's just such a beautiful book, I have to pay homage to it. Or homage. Yum. So, what else do I have for you on my little table of goodies here? Well, a couple more. I'm not going to run too long tonight because I have some comics I have to put out myself, so there we go. Anyway, from Fantagraphics comes The Forgetful Hero, Donald Duck, by Giorgio Cavazzano. Of course, the Disney Masters are the collected editions of some of the European Disney stuff, and geez, I'm pretty good at it. I got a nice stack of them there. My friend Sam Johnson, who was on here a while ago, he sort of picks and chooses the one he likes the best, because he's the real expert when it comes to them. But I've been buying them all just because it would drive me crazy if I had just a couple of them there. I'd always be thinking about, geez, I should have a complete set of them, blah, 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 blah. So, I have. And now this one I know he also ordered one, so I'm assuming that this one is a good one. So I like this guy's style, actually. Beautifully done. And it's great because you get to see some Disney stuff that normally most Disney fans here wouldn't get to see. So this is why I love Fantagraphics Disney Masters series. Thank you very much, Fantagraphics. Same thing with their Carl Barks and their Don Rose's series. They're bringing to life, the duck world for all those other collectors out there who haven't had a chance to experience those duck treasures firsthand. So, thank you very much, Fantagraphics. Now, let's pop open this baby here again. Now, finishing off Matt Fraction and Elsa Charretier, Max Hollingsworth, and Kurt and Kenny comes November, Volume 2, The Voice on the End of the Phone. Woo! Love that embossed cover. I love Fraction's work. This one I've put to the side because I wanted to wait till I had the whole thing together until I got it, but looks good. And my buddy Paul Tucker, artist extraordinaire, has been buying it, and it does. I love the artwork in it too. Even just zooming through it. I mean, this is storytelling. Look at that. I can tell. There's a lot of story being told here. This actually kind of reminds me of, I think it was Tim Sal did a Grendel story, and it was just chock-a-block with panels. And loved it. Yeah, I mean, it took forever to read, but man, was it ever good. Whew. Now, geez, we're really zipping through them here today, aren't we? Okay. Now, next up here comes, translated for the very first time in English, Invisible Differences is the deeply moving and intimate story of a young woman living authentically with Asperger's syndrome. So, yeah, this is from Oni Press. Looks pretty cool. I love the drawing style. A lot of times, too, if I'm picking up a book that I'm not sure about, even just flipping through the first few pages, I can tell just by looking from panel to panel without even really reading. If I can flip through the first few pages and get a sense of where the story is going, then I know that this is probably going to be a good book. But this, yeah, but heard, things about it that was supposed to be pretty cool, and thought I'd get it. So it's Mlle Caroline and Julie Dachez. But yeah, it looks really cool. Invisible Differences, a story of Asperger's adulting and living a life in full color. Let's have a close look at it here now. So, yeah, I like the look of it. You can almost get a bit of the story just by flipping through like that there. Oh. Okay, now, wow, really am zipping through them. Nothing like a bit of tea. Love the old squeak of the old comic spinner. How many of you actually out there do have spinner racks? I'll be curious if you do. Feel free to post them to the page. Oh yes, just so I don't forget, check out this week's Thursday Comics. It's our top 10 Vertigo titles, and of course, I'll give you a spoiler. The Alan Moore Swamp Thing is in it. We actually did allow for titles that may not have been strictly Vertigo, but I mean when they reprint it like that. Okay, that one is printed under the DC thing there, but it has been reprinted under the Vertigo label, so that it qualified. But anyway, excuse me. Whew. We have a great. It's a really fun podcast. Thursday Comics this week. We love doing it because when we come to the show, we don't know what the other one has chosen for their top 10. And Vertigo was actually very hard picking a top 10 for that. Both Dennis and I had actually 20 books on our list that we had to whittle down to 10. And usually we'll have 3 honorable mentions on top of that. For this one, we both agreed to have 5 honorable mentions, and we could have had another 10. It was just that action packed and jammed. And of course, there's last week's news edition of Thursday Comics. So check it out, and please share it with your friends. See if you can pick us up some fellow viewers if you can. Would love to spread our tent wide over the whole of comicdom. But it's a lot of fun. Dennis and I, it came from actually just us yakking down at our local comic book shop, Downtown Comics, one of the greatest comic book stores in the world. And we'd end up, because Dennis collects omnibuses, and we'd end up talking, all the time down there. And I had him as a guest on my show a couple of times, and then we were thinking, we should try doing a podcast. And the other cool thing about the podcast is we really are doing it by the seat of our pants. We bought some mics, and we sort of set them up, and we went from there. And it's kind of fun. It's just two guys, one young fella, one old guy, talk about comics. So check it out, and it's great too, especially if you're looking for suggestions on what to read and stuff like that. The past few weeks, every second one we call a giant size edition, and it's an hour-long comic, and we talk about the best top 10 of this or the top 10 of that. So go back through the past few, because we do the DC Silver Age, Marvel Silver Age. It's kind of cool too to see the times that we settle on the same book for number 1 or number 1 and 2 or whatever, and it's cool to see where they end up landing. And it's a lot of fun. Like I say, you can even tell sometimes that when he's mentioned one, and I'll be like, oh, damn it, I should have thought about that. But check it out, Thursday Comics, every Thursday. And it's on Buzzsprout, iTunes, Spotify, and so on and so on. Worth checking out, a lot of fun. Anyway, we're going to end off this episode with, what is it, from Amulet comes Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales, the Donner Dinner Party. And this one I like because it got this cool gold. You can sort of see it when I flash it, rock it back and forth like that. And I do like, I'm assuming this is I'm assuming that this is non-fiction. Let's see here if it does say anything. Just assuming that it is. Okay, maybe. Well, sort of historical fiction anyway, yeah. Sort of talking about it. Yeah, okay, so it is, yeah. But, yeah, kind of cool. It's, but I do like a historical and semi-historical comic books and graphic novels. The excuse me, because in the library here I've collected just about everything I can in terms of superhero, from Marvel to DC, the Dark Horse and on. And of course, it's just like I gotta add, the past few years I've been setting out a mission to get more graphic novels and all that, and that includes getting more biographies, more historical related stuff, and just cool graphic novels too. So I'm really trying to up my game on that end of it. And for this one, I chose this one. So it looks, I love the look of it. Like I say, just the cover of it got my attention. That cool gold inlay. And I'll show you the inside. The comic, the pages inside too. Now, of course, obviously, the dialogue is made up. I'm sure Nathan wasn't there for it, but it's a great little tale on a pretty grim piece of American history. Some notes and all that at the end, which is kind of neat. Some pictures. So yeah, there we go. Check it out there. Unorganized territory. That sounds like my studio. Okay. Oh. Well, folks, pretty, well, actually, it ended up to be just over 20 minutes anyway. I like to keep the shows between 20 minutes and half hour. Sometimes if I have a huge stack, I'll go the full half hour. But this week, we cut it very short. Oh, shut up, you. So, anyway, hopefully I'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel next week with another pile of books for you, the comic book lover out there. Okay, on that note, I'll have a sip of tea and hit the old mother box and let it take me out of here. Okay, love you all out there, and once again, thanks for having me over. Oh my god. Oh, it's come to life all by itself. Oh my god. Oh, I can't let go of it.